coming up next, we have a super cute little Halloween treat box. So I'm going to move that out of the way for the moment. I'll bring it back in at the end. And you guys know I can't stand a big old mess. I mean, it's messy when I'm down here by myself, but I don't want you guys to have to be within the mess. Okay, so we are going to use all these fun things right here. We're also going to use the jar punch. We're going to use the Banners Pick-a-Punch. We're going to use some stamps and some chocolate, some paper. I'm trying to find all my stamps. They're all in this bucket, but they're really small because the banner year, and this stamp set actually coordinates with this punch. You can buy it as a bundle. So this stamp set, Banner Year, has a lot of fun little things in it. Now, we do have our Magic in the Night suite of Halloween stuff, but I am more of a cutesy type Halloween person. I don't like the dark, eerie, kind of icky side of Halloween. I like the cute, fun things. And so this stamp set to me is perfect for that, because we got this adorable little pumpkin with his face. We got this little bat, cute little spider web. We've got the Happy Haunting Sentiment, A Treat So Sweet. So I think this is a really nice, easy, cute set for Halloween. So we're going to use this plus these punches to make a super cute treat box. So I need to get my paper trimmer, and we're going to make the base of the box. So this is a piece of pumpkin pie. It measures 2 1/4 by 4 3/4. So we are going to put it in the trimmer. We're going to score. We got the short edge at the top, and we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch. So I just slid it over on this side of the trimmer, because you can go to 1.5 inches on that side. Then we're going to turn it with the long side at the top, and we're going to score it at 1. And then we're going to go to 2 1/4, 3 1/4, and then 4 1/2. Okay. Super cute. Then I'm going to trim off. There's this little tiny corner right here. We don't need that, so I'm just going to trim that off. Then I'm going to trim up this 3/4 inch score line to create the bottom, or just to create the box, the whole thing. I'm just going to fold this, and I'm not being super careful or anything about this, because most of this is going to be hidden. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of liquid glue, fold that over, and then we have what's looking like a tiny little box. This is for those people that you want to give a little treat to, but you don't want to give them a ton of stuff, because, you know, Halloween candy can be kind of spendy. So we're going to make it a little less spendy. And I know a lot of people, I mean, a lot of us can't see people right now, but I mean, wouldn't your like postman, your mail carrier appreciate a little treat like this? Or, you know, the clerks at the grocery store, the people at the bank, you go through the drive-thru, but you could probably, you know, put it in a little plastic bag and throw it in the drive-thru. I just think, you know, we got so much crap going on right now that a little bit of fun would be fun. So that's what this is for you. Okay, so we have our little box, super cute, super easy. Then I have my jar punch, and I'm going to get myself 2 jars. And I just remembered I forgot to run something through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so hold please. Ugh, sorry guys, I hate it when I do this, when I forget to do something that I wanted to have done before I went live, because then it just takes, you know. But I guess you get to see the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again, and it is amazing, so you should want to see it again. But I gotta flip it because I need the crank on this way. Okay, so we're gonna use an embossing folder. This is the spiderweb folder. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but to me it's a spiderweb folder. So I'm gonna bring my little jar in here, and I'm just going to find a spot that I think looks good for the embossing. And then on my platform, this says do not use with embossing folders. Okay, fine, we won't. So this is a 3D folder. So for a 3D folder, we need platform 1, paper and die, platform or plate 4, and you always want to send your folders through hinge first. Okay. If you don't, they can snap off. Okay. And If I can get the folder open. Look, isn't that cute? Okay, move this out of the way. So then we are going to trim these little jars. So I'm going to trim them to 2 inches. So I'm going to put the top of the jar at the 2-inch mark, and I'm going to chop the bottom off just so it's kind of flat. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's done. Bring our box back in. Now I also am going to use our black glimmer paper. This is really pretty. Look at the sparkle. And I love how the back of it is also black. So a lot of our glimmer paper is white on the back side, but this is black. So I really think that's kind of cool. Okay, so what I did was I just put the jar punch in this far and cropped this little tiny piece right here. Okay. So we're going to put the lid of the jar on the top here. And I think a person could crank these out pretty dang quickly if you were making a whole bunch. You know, because you would like punch all these and you would run them through the embossing machine, you know, all that kind of stuff. I think it would go pretty quick. Okay, so we're going to put the back jar on here. And I decided to go with the same color because I just thought that that way everything gets kind of hidden. So it's just a nice flow. Whoops, let's get some more glue on there. And put this one on the front. And then don't go anywhere because I have a couple others that I made earlier today that are really cute too, that you guys are gonna love. Okay, so we are getting our little front and back. Isn't that cute? Then we need something to put in here, right? So I have 2 Hershey's Nuggets. I actually stuck them together with a piece of Scotch tape just because I wanted them to kind of stay kind of together. And then I do have a piece of the Magic in the Night paper because, you know, it is Halloweeny. And I am just going to put a little bit of seal on the one end. And then I'm going to wrap this around. Oops, I better put it on this end too. It's a tiny bit. So we will put that. We're going to put these together. So I have them like the bottoms are together on this thing. Whoops, that's not where we want it to go, right there. Okay. And we're just wrapping it around and securing it. So now we have 2 Hershey's Nuggets. But wait, there's more. We have this super fun, what is it actually called? I'm not going to say, I'm going to get it wrong. Metallic mesh ribbon. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That is going to be perfect for wrapping this up. This little tiny treat. Okay. So what we're going to wrap it up with is some black and white twine that comes in the Playful Pets ribbon combo pack. So you get the red and white, and then you also get the black and white twine. So we're going to use the black and white twine. And I have a little scrap piece left over from something else that I was doing. So we are going to cut that off. So we're going to use this as like a bag is what I'm going to use this as. Okay, and then I'm going to tie this in a bow. Get that other piece out of the way. It's a little sticky. Okay. And then I'm going to pull the knot down so that it's tight around my little treats. Now this is kind of a bugger. I was having some trouble with it earlier, but then I thought I mastered it. Apparently I didn't. Okay, so we're going to tie that into a bow. Just like that. Cute. And we're going to trim that end off. We're going to trim that end off. And then we're just going to drop it down in there. So then we have some way to pull the treat out that's super cute. Okay. So there we have those little fun things sticking out of the top. Now we need to decorate it just a tiny little bit. So that's where the stamps come in. So we're going to use the pumpkin and the pumpkin face and then this little pumpkin top. And then we're going to use the word boo. So I guess I actually have 4 stamps. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so we're going to use pumpkin pie ink for the pumpkin. Okay, and we're going to stamp that right here on this scrap. Then I'm going to bring in, where did they go? Literally over here. I'm like, I know it was here. I just saw it. So I've got some Stampin' Right markers. And now Stampin' Blends will not do this. You cannot color on stamps with blends because blends are permanent. and they will stain your stamp. So Stampin' Right markers would be what you would want to use to color onto a stamp. So I'm using Old Olive and Early Espresso. I'm going to huff on that, and then we're going to stamp it right at the top of our little pumpkin. And then the last thing we have is our cute little pumpkin face. And whoops, it didn't seem like it inked up that great. There we go. There's our cute little pumpkin face. Then we have a little 1/2-inch strip of white. I'm going to bring the black back in, and I'm going to stamp the boo right like so. Okay, so I think all the stamping is done, so we can put these away so I don't dip my fingers in them like I have been known to do a time or two. And we're going to fussy cut this little guy out. And there aren't any dies for any of these little images, so a little bit of fussy cutting is in order. And I honestly don't really mind fussy cutting. I mean, if I had to cut 1,000 of these, I might be sad. But if I was going to make a few treats and I had to cut 10 of them, I could cut 10 of them super fast in front of the TV, you know, Netflix. My husband has been addicted to Star Trek. So we've already watched the original series a million times. And so he just, he watched the entire Next Generation. And now he's watching Voyager. I'm not sure if he's going to go for Deep Space Nine after that. Who knows? All right. So we have our little pumpkin. That wasn't too bad. Then we have our boo. And our boo, we're going to stick in the punch. Since we have a 1/2-inch channel, a 3/4 inch, and a 1 inch, we're going to slide the boo down. And I think maybe a tiny bit more. I wasn't sure how much I wanted to cut off. Oops. There. That's good. And then I'm just going to trim off that. And now we're almost done, guys. I'm going to use some liquid glue. And we're just going to sit that right there. And then I've got a tiny dimensional for my little pumpkin friend. And that's going to go right. Oops, not quite like that. Got to be able to see the boo, otherwise it's not really scary. Oops, I'm having an issue with that. Okay, so there we go. There it is. Isn't that just adorable? And then we can pull our little treat out. But wait, like I said, I have some more to show you guys. So let me kind of clean up this mess a tiny bit. Get some of these things off the desk. And I'll bring them in and show you because they're super cute. Okay, so the first one I have, the second one I have is this little one that I did with Granny Apple Green. Now, like I said, I love cutesy Halloween stuff. Just love cutesy Halloween stuff. This has a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup in there, okay, with that same fun ribbon. Get back in there, you little stinker. Okay, and then I did peel the black out of this twine and just use the black on there. Same thing, I have the same black paper here. And then on this, I found some other stamps in my possession that could also be Halloween-y. The Celebration Tidings. We have, of course, the little spider. So there's our cute little spider. And the spider web was in this same set that I used for this one. And then my Trick or Treat, guess where that came from? Itty Bitty Greetings. Look at that. I have a little trick or treat there. So I just stamped it in 3 different colors and I just trimmed them out and stuck them on there because I just thought that's just super cute. Okay, and I have one more to show you guys. This last one, look at that. It's Gorgeous Grape. Again, purple, orange, and green are my go-to Halloween colors. That's just the way I am. Now this little thing, I just took some saran wrap, my saran wrap in my kitchen. I put in a few colored M&Ms and then I did the same thing. So I like wrapped that up, taped it, and then I did the same thing with that fun ribbon to drop that in. So it's just a tiny little treat to give somebody, you know what I'm saying? They're just adorable. They all have the spiderweb folder, and then this one uses this stamp set here called Tags, Tags, Tags. There are stamps that are, so it's like the whole image. But what I did with my dies was I cut the dies apart, so I could only use one at a time if I had to. So I used that stamp set and that die set, super cute, and then I used some of the black glitter ribbon to tie my little bag closed. So yay, aren't those just adorable? So I can't wait to make some for Christmas. Here again are our super cute little Halloween treats. As always, you guys, this is my host code for the month of September, and you can order anything from me at shoppingwithbarb.com. And then here was our gorgeous, gorgeous Queen Anne's lace card that I just love. So yeah, that is super pretty. All right, you guys, we are done. We are done being live. So I'm going to go up and make some dinner and hang out with my husband for a little bit, and I will see you guys next week. So goodbye.